Two dudes reviewing the news, pop culture, video games, movies, and shoes. Quincy and Justin with a nerdy forecast. So stay a while and welcome to the Ugly Mugs Podcast.
Welcome to the Ugly Mugs Podcast. I'm your host, Quincy.
And you're the host, Justin.
Was that your phone going off?
That was my phone going off. It's on silent now. I don't give no dangs. Well, I give half a dang. I give half a dang.
A little bit.
A little bit. But yes, welcome to the Ugly Mugs Podcast. Same as usual, I got myself my Razzleberry Peace Tea. Hey, Coke, sponsor us. What you got over there?
I got the cheap shit. It's just a K-Cup, and it's a Walmart brand donut shop. It's not even the regular donut shop. It's the Walmart brand. Because the regular donut shop launched their prices through the fucking roof. And I was like, well, peace. And they dropped their prices back down. But now I'm like, I get like 96 of these for the same price of like 60 of those. So they're both cheap coffee either way. Oh my God, my hair.
Yeah, you were having a Spriggan earlier, and I was gonna tell you about it, but I'm like, you'll look at it before the.
So I did that anime AI filter earlier today on TikTok. I've done it a few times. I haven't posted anything yet because I haven't really been like blown away by any of them. But I did it with Bedhead, and so my hair was like everywhere, and so I became totally one of those spiky-haired dudes.
Okay.
The one weird thing is it totally changed my race.
one made me into a weird cat girl.
Alrighty.
Yeah, with like a what do they call like a
sash?
Toga, yeah.
Kimono?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
Like an Indian style dress.
A sash is just that one piece.
One piece, but no, it had like actual like articulation to it. It had like little beads stringing off of it, and I was like, I mean, this is what AI thinks I look like. Sure, whatever. I don't expect to look like an anime protagonist, I guess.
Hey, quick question. How are the ads on Twitch supposed to work?
Randomly at the beginning of it for a half of an hour, and then you may get another one.
Are they based off of what they think you'd like because of the content you're consuming?
That is correct. It is supposed to be. It looks at your cookies and goes, oh, "You like that? You went to look for that."
I'm very confused then.
The body art one.
Yeah.
Have you been on like any websites looking for like any cosmetics for Lauren?
I mean, I have the Ulta app on my phone and scan stuff when I'm in the store, but
Does it go over to this?
No. Well, it's the same Apple account.
Then it might.
But at the same time, I think there's a very different thing of scanning a body scrub at Ulta to markers to draw on yourself.
Well, that and we just made 3 cents, so who's really losing out here?
A fair point, but I'm still confused.
You're confused.
I've always been confused by the way these ad things work because I've seen them be fucking phenomenal and I've seen them be complete trash.
Yeah. I mean, we're not here to judge advertisers at this point.
I'm not judging the advertisers. I'm judging the algorithm.
Yes. But I mean, that was a weird noise outside.
That was a weird noise outside. I heard something weird when you went upstairs at first before I came up.
Yeah,
the first time,
like a bong, like an actual gong.
Yeah, kind of. Like it was a little tinny, but yeah.
Yeah, I heard that as soon as I reached the top of the stairs, and I noticed Barton stick his head out, and I was like, "Hey, bud." Well,
yeah, that's weird. The other thing that the AI filter did is it turned this into a what's it called? The ruffly thing you wear with like a suit.
Oh, the ruffles. There is a name for it. I don't know it offhand.
Cummerbund.
Well, no, the cummerbund's down here.
No, okay, the cummerbund's the thing down here.
Yeah.
And what is this?
I don't. There's a form of Afghan.
No, not that.
But I'm just saying it's like, it's. There's another, but I don't know its proper name. I'm gonna shut up. I am here to go onto TikTok. I'm gonna mute you, quiet you, because I wanna see what this thinks of my nice little beanie.
Okay, not at all what I thought it was called.
Jabot.
Jabot.
Jabot. Jabot. All right, effects, AI. Let's go. Let's just get into it.
It's also called a dickie. Ruffle collar and stuff like that. No.
Oh, I kind of like this one.
Spaceman.
Yeah, okay. It just... I like it. I like it a lot.
Maybe the stream crashed on mine, man. That was weird.
I'm going to take a screenshot of that and move on. Okay. But I mean, AI is very derivative right now, and it is being very frowned upon in many circles, and I get why.
The question I have when it comes to the AIs is which one are you using? Because depending on which one you're using the wrong shit. So the one that everyone's using on like Twitter and stuff right now, that one straight up is plagiarizing artwork.
That is correct. There is some bits and bobs that pulls from things because that is what AI does. It takes a learning algorithm and pulls pieces from it to finalize. That's kind of what it's supposed to do. Mm-hmm. It learns. It says, I can match this skin color with this texture. I can compile it to look like this face. He's got a broad chin, so I'll bring it in a little bit. Oh, wait a minute. This character has a broad chin. I'll make it look a little bit like this. And it begins to pull bits and bobs of information very quickly. And sometimes it does it overly quick and just shoves it out there, and it looks nothing like you. Or it'll look pretty stellar, pretty spectacular. The only downside is it looks rather familiar. AI-generated artwork kind of... it works in both ways. It can work toward getting you inspiration if you don't use it directly, but it can also diminish other artists' work who are working their ass off to make custom content.
So you know what I saw that I like people are doing is the one that is stealing shit.
Oh yeah.
People are like, well, nothing's really being done about this. I'm a small artist whose artwork's being stolen because nobody cares about the small artist, right? Mm-hmm. Speaking of artists, this is thanks to Wallpaper
Engine.
This is really cool. I really like this. I may have to look into Wallpaper Engine for some really cool wallpapers for all my devices. Mm-hmm. But so what I'm seeing is that a lot of people are like, well, I'm a small artist that's dealing with my stuff being plagiarized from this AI. Mm-hmm. And there's nothing I can do about that. I mean, of course I'm going to try, but I'm a small artist, you know?
Right.
So what people are doing is they're using the AIs because what the AI thing says, like in its terms of uses, is they're swearing that it's royalty-free, copyright-free material.
Yes.
Okay? So people are getting it to do things like Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, and they're off-branding the Mickey Mouse because it is that much different.
But it's really not.
It is really not.
And so it's one of the things of like, how long before the big company gets in there with their big lawyers and deals with this, which will save all the little people.
I mean, soon.
I think it'll be interesting.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why, but every time I leave Twitch right now, it keeps pausing.
It's because you leave it.
But it's supposed to do the window. It does it on my phone.
I know. I don't know.
Why it's not working on the tablet.
Tablets and my computer sometimes gives me a little bit of rough and tumble. I have to keep, when it goes down to the little, I have to hit play.
Like, it's giving me the little here.
Yeah.
And it's still playing.
Yeah, but when you leave it.
But it's not doing the pop out.
Yeah.
And that's what's weird to me.
And it pauses. Yep.
Yeah, and it pauses.
I don't know. Bruh, an Australian Mickey Mouse called Mazzamouse.
So that's one thing. I understand people wanting the copyright laws to be fair, and I'm not going to get too political here, but I understand people wanting the copyright laws to be fair, and there's some questionable things when it comes to the Mickey Mouse copyrights.
Okay.
I don't understand why everyone's so obsessed with Mickey Mouse and like ending its copyright so other people can make Mickey Mouse shit. I'm telling you right now, I'm not going to watch it. Like, Mickey Mouse doesn't interest me. When the new Winnie the Pooh stuff comes out, because Disney doesn't own Winnie the Pooh. They never have. People always think they do.
It's, what was it? They'll sell them the merchandise of such because...
They own their version, if that makes sense.
Okay, yeah.
Anybody can make Winnie the Pooh. Anybody can make Sherlock Holmes. Anybody can make these different little things. Mm-hmm. And then you own your version. You copyright your version.
Yes.
So when someone's like, hey, I'm going to do this Winnie the Pooh horror movie, I'm like, that's fucking cool. That sounds interesting. If someone goes, I'm going to make a Mickey Mouse horror movie, I'm like, it's called Escape from Tomorrowland or something like that, and it's kind of boring, and yeah, you might be able to do a better version, but I don't care about Mickey Mouse like that.
I mean...
And everyone's like foaming at the mouth because it's the mascot of Disney will be able to overthrow the mouse, and it's like,
Are we really?
I really don't care.
I mean, are we still gonna spend $50 to go into your freaking place for 6 hours before getting tired and going home?
$50? I wish.
Yeah, that's the, what do they call it? The senior citizen price.
No, it's not.
No.
No.
What is it, like 85?
Oh, it's bad, dude.
Oh, really?
The guy that was running it really fucked it up, and so hopefully the guy that took back over is gonna fix all that.
Oh yeah. Iger?
Iger's the guy that took back over.
Okay, yeah. Okay. I'm getting good with my names, Quincy. I'm proud of myself.
I'm bad with all of it. If it's not Bob, Smith,
Well, it's Bob Iger.
Harold,
Yeah.
I just...
Bobbert.
Yeah, like... There's certain ones that I can handle because it's like you'd have to be really bad
To know. Yeah. Like
to mess up that name. My problem is, and I think one of the big problems is like, for instance, my mom's name is Jean, spelled Jean.
Okay. Like the city.
Yeah.
Okay.
And whatnot. So in French, it's Jean.
Jean.
It's a male name in French.
It can be female, but yes, I get your point.
Well, in French, it's a male name.
It's just straight male?
Spelled that way is a male name.
Oh.
It means Jean.
Jean.
But there's also Jean, G-E, G-E-N-E, or however the fuck it was spelled. The way G. Wilder did it. So there's different spellings. And so one of my big problems is like, I'll see someone's name, and my brain immediately goes, Americanize it. And I never stop to go, fuck, that could be a different language. So for instance, it's not Jean Reno. He's Jean Reno.
Oh, okay. I get where you're
Great fucking actor. I love that dude. And so a lot of times when I'm fucking people's name up, it's because I'm trying to go by the broken ass rules that English is.
The amalgamation of all languages and still fucks it up.
And that's how I screw it up.
That is the English language. We took away letters to make it sound better in our mind. We took away the U's.
I also hate how many things are silent in our language. I hate the fact that we have rules that don't actually apply. Like, I was taught in school I before E except after C.
And then there's a few
But there's several words that don't follow that fucking rule. That are completely English words. They're not... It's not like when you use something like excuse me that came over from a different fucking language, which is French.
Yeah, English is busted.
English is busted. Oh, now it's working.
Oh, no. Oh, there we go. Okay, cool.
That's working.
Okay.
Oh,
It's just a little laggy. That's fine.
So this says 104 for a regular ticket for one park.
For one park?
So standard theme park ticket is starting at $83 a day.
Okay. So, I mean, 83, that's probably if you do multiple days.
Yeah, they do a discount for multiple days.
Okay. But even still,
do you discount for seniors and disabled people? No discounts for senior citizens.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
The only discount that there is like if you live in California.
Happiest place on earth. Gotta pay.
You ever hear the Gabriel Iglesias joke where he's talking about his stepson? Yeah, how he really wanted to go to Disneyland.
Go on.
And so he takes him to Disneyland, and he didn't want. He's like, "What ride do you want to ride first?" He's like, "I don't want to ride any rides." He's like, "Well, why do you want to come here then?" And he goes, "Because I heard it was the happiest place on earth."
I'd be like, get your ass on fucking Space Mountain. Get your ass on Thunder Mountain. Or any of the mountains. Get on them.
Or if you're Justin, don't get on Incredicoaster.
Oh, Loops got me, man. They intimidated me.
Emily went on Incredicoaster for the first time, and I think the loop freaked her out.
Yeah.
If it wasn't the loop, it was the
bounce.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have probably shook me up. Because this was also after we had just eaten.
Also, you were still recovering from a procedure, so.
Oh, that's right, I was. Very good. I'd tune that out.
I didn't. You insisted on walking back with me to the hotel when you could barely walk. And I'm like, I can run.
And I could have done it. I was feeling.
I wasn't gonna hurt you.
I was feeling good. I was feeling great.
It's one thing when you break yourself at home. It's another thing when you break yourself somewhere else.
Yeah.
It's like people always ask. Like when my car was brand new, I took it on a few trips, but not many. People always ask me, like, why do you still pay for a rental car? I said, because if the rental car breaks, they have to get me a new one. If my car breaks, I have to figure out how the fuck to fix it.
And get home. Yeah.
It's one thing when my car breaks at home. Knock on wood.
Trust me, if money permits, I would like to go again. I would love to go again.
No, yeah.
It's just,
I have
damn,
plans.
that is expensive.
Yeah, and I'm hoping they fix it. If they ever build, they're supposed to be officially starting the bullet train.
Mm.
They bought the land. You know where that outlet mall at Warm Springs and Las Vegas Boulevard is?
Yeah.
Across the street's supposed to be the station.
Okay.
So that's where the station's supposed to start. If they ever actually build that bullet train and it's financially feasible, it's not outrageous for back and forth trips, I could see eventually investing in an annual pass, which is another thing that other guy fucked up. He made it key holder thing. They made it key holders instead of annual pass. You were called a key holder. It worked the same way as the annual pass, except the fact that they had a thing where they only sold so many of them rather than just opening it up. And they had renewal periods where new people could not actually purchase this thing.
So it's only people who purchased the first season. So to speak.
Yeah. Why would you limit yourself? It's bad business.
It's terrible business.
I am going to grab that extension cord real quick. You go ahead and start doing your Glass Onion review.
Okay. I watched a couple movies just before we got started on our big old Witcher race. And after these two, we'll kind of go into where we are as far as Witcher. But Glass Onion, I finished Knives Out quickly. Didn't really like Knives Out too much. I liked the well, hold on. I liked it for the actual reveal.
Okay.
But as far as the whereabouts, it felt very MacGuffin, but not in a bad way.
Yeah, I don't know what you mean by that.
Yeah, you feel me?
I said I don't know what you mean by
You
that.
don't know?
No,
Okay.
I don't know what you mean by MacGuffin.
It
Is that the crime dog?
no.
Oh, is it a doctor?
Stop. It felt that one of the reasonings felt very forced, and it felt very hey, but that was just to me. But I quickly finished it, and yeah, that is Batista. Glass Onion starts off very medium pace, gets you to know everyone, and then it kind of gets you very quickly their relationship with one another, and this one I actually liked a lot more. A hell of a lot more. If you go onto our Discord, in our little game review, I said, screw it, I'm throwing a few movie reviews, and I threw a movie review for Glass Onion. I go into a little bit of non-spoiler-ish detail of it, and I gave it a 9 out of 10, if I'm not mistaken. No, I gave it a 10 out of 10. The next one I gave a 9 out of 10. It's a good movie. Very good movie. No contrivances. A few very odd scenes, but you all right?
Yeah, apparently I'm digesting my lunch.
Oh, okay.
It tastes like soup.
Oh, did you have soup?
Yes.
Oh.
Excuse me. Sorry.
But yeah, David Batista, Edward Norton, Daniel Craig.
Did you see the Edward Norton thing? He went on that show where they trace your lineage and found out that Pocahontas is his 12th grandmother.
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
He's like, it's always been a rumor in my family, but to actually see proof, that's wild.
Yeah. Kate Hudson doing a really good job.
So your uncle apparently isn't a big Kate Hudson fan.
Okay.
He says that he's always kind of felt like her character in this is how she is in real life. And I was like,
No.
I've never gotten that from her at all.
No. Do you want the most humbling thing? Kate Hudson just recently did Hot Ones.
Did she?
Yeah, and she's very soccer mom. No, I would say she's more hippie mom.
Okay.
Like, she's very, I'll pack your school lunch, don't you sweat it, you know. But at the same time, she'll have a little bit of bougie up there, but, you know.
I saw a very fun moment from her recently. She was doing one of those, like, home improvement type of shows or something like that.
Okay.
And she, like, successfully did something, and the people were like, oh, that's awesome. And she went, that's because Kurt Russell's my dad.
I can't argue that.
Which also opened up, like, a question I've had for a long time. Like, does she look at him as a father figure because he's not her birth father?
Yeah.
So that was interesting.
Yeah. Oh, 3 weeks ago.
So I really dug Knives Out. I thought it was phenomenal. I told your uncle to watch Knives Out, and he started it. He got bored immediately and shut it off. And then, like, a day or two later, he went, no, they said it's good. I should watch it. And he sat down, and he actually watched it, and he loved it. To the point that he went with us to see Glass Onion in theaters.
Okay.
When they did the week-long release. Okay. Do we want... Because I have questions about the murder mystery part. Like, I want to, like, pick your brain and see where you were at in the movie versus me, and I don't... we can't do that without getting into spoilers. Do we want to discuss that on pod? It's only been out since the 23rd. So it's not even 2 weeks yet.
Not even 2 weeks, but they marketed this as a, see it for Christmas type of movie, see it before the New Year type of movie.
But a lot of people are watching some movies that are tradition on those dates or getting fucking plastered on New Year's.
I did both, and I watched that. So, what's their excuse?
So, spoiler warning, I guess.
Spoiler warning. I'm gonna bring back up the image.
I am so I'm watching this, and I'm just like, it's a murder mystery. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm looking at things, and I made a mistake, and this is why Johnson is such a good writer, and the fact that he's already writing number 3, I'm so excited.
And hopefully it involves the Muppets.
If that happens, I will watch the shit out of it, but I think it'll kill the franchise for most people.
I don't give a fuck about them.
Yeah, I would totally watch it. They should do like a short.
They should do a short.
Yeah, do like a 30-minute short with him and the Muppets.
That means one of the Muppets got to die.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
You know they killed Animal, right?
Yeah, but they did, and they brought him back.
Yeah.
Beaker brought him back?
I don't know. I didn't watch. I was upset that they killed Animal.
Oh, yeah. But they brought him back. Then he was appearanced on the Video Game Awards. Hey, my favorite drummer.
So, I'm watching things in this. Oh, we need to bring this image a bit down a bit more. We're blocking her face. You can't see her at all.
Oh, sorry.
Just cut off the top of Batista's hat. There we go.
How's that? Is that
There
a
we
little
go.
better?
Yeah, we got the full cast.
Okay, we got the full cast.
It was very unfair to her. She had one of my favorite
Okay.
moments in the movie.
So I didn't know I did not see this poster. I did not know the full cast. When I saw, I keep wanting to say Agatha.
Yeah, I say Agatha too.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with the actress. She is an amazing actress. She acted her ass off in this too. Everyone acted their ass off in this. But catching every little nuance, everyone has a
Catherine Hahn.
Thank you. Everybody had a subtle nuance to bring to the story, and then when they brought everyone together after doing their individual
Boxes
and how they interacted with one another. Hey, how's this? How's that? And then they all came together. You begin to really figure out, okay, why is he doing all this? Oh, okay, they're all business partners. Okay, well, how are they all cutting? Oh, okay, they're all taking bits and bobs and making it much more solid and well understood. Okay, why does everyone hate one another or have a problem with one another? Okay, and then it begins to really unfold. Very quickly it begins to unfold, because I would say the first time the power goes out is when I literally went from, I'm just gonna, fuck around on Destiny, to console goes off, I'm watching this.
Okay. I don't know why you do that.
ADHD.
Okay.
I am.
I can definitely do it for things I've seen. I can't do it for the first time watching.
Now, let me put it like this. There are some things that I can do with, something simple in my hands. I was just fucking around on the moon. I was just throwing my fucking hammer and just having a good time on the moon while keeping half my attention on it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not doing anything that's pressing. I'm not doing fucking Master Nightfalls,
But my whole thought process is, especially with this, is like, for me, it's eyes on, because one of the things I was going to talk about is there's a point when they're all having drinks, and this is before the first death.
Okay.
Like, moments before the first death.
It's that scene.
Yeah, and
Okay.
the bump, and I thought for sure, and I am just...
And then you were like, but did it?
But did it?
And then all of a sudden, Daniel Craig, what is his name?
Blanc.
White.
Benoit.
Benoit Blanc.
Benoit Blanc. Netflix fucked up in the UK and tweeted Benoit's back, and WWE fans went nuts with memes.
Oh.
With very dark memes. Wasn't a good thing to... Yep, there was a lot of that. It was not a good thing to tweet.
Not a good thing to tweet. But yeah, and then he's like, "Are you sure that you saw him grab?"
Yeah.
And then it was like, "You handed it to," and I was like, "Oh shit!" But having him just immediately just ruin their weekend just by him going,
That was hilarious.
That was great, and I was like, "Okay." And then all of a sudden, what happened. I don't want to go further with the spoilers than the actual major twist isn't even the most major of the twists.
Yeah, so I kept thinking...
And I'm just gonna signify who I'm talking about.
Okay. So I was not prepared for that. In fact, once we found out, then I was sad. And then we find out more detail, and I'm like, oh. That whole scene with the hot sauce is fucking hilarious.
Yes, it is.
Oh, and that's Jeremy Renner's hot sauce, right? Is
Yes,
that the
it
joke?
is.
So
Yeah.
we can touch on the fact that I hope he's doing well after being ran over by a snowplow.
His own snowplow?
His own snowplow.
Yeah.
Freak accident.
Yeah.
Hopefully he's all right.
Tried to do more good, but
Yeah.
foul.
From my understanding, he had also been plowing a private drive that helped out a neighbor too. They got
plowing, you say?
Yeah, plowing. They got like 3 feet of snow out there. It's out here. Well, it's in Nevada. They're out in Washoe.
Their wife too?
Yep.
I'm sorry.
Speaking of that, so Jessica Henwick, the one whose face we were cutting off before,
yes,
she has one of my favorite lines in the movie, and it's Blanc going off about a previous scene involving I don't remember her name, the one that's dating Batista in it. He's going off of Klein.
Brandy?
Klein.
No.
Oh, the character's Whiskey.
Whiskey.
Yeah, the actress is Madeline Klein.
Yeah.
So he's going off about like a moment with her. And he yells, I think about cuckolding, right? When Jessica Henwick walks in, she goes, I'm sorry, what? And it just fucking killed me.
She has a very metropolitan style of Barons.
Yeah.
But when her character was mainly introduced, and then she had a major conflict with Kate Hudson's character, and was like, wait, you literally can't do this. You do this, I'm out of a job. And I've literally stood behind you this entire way just to lose my job. And then that's when the small threads of each and every character having their subtle disgust for almost every other one. Mm-hmm. And then it begins to make these small lines, and you're still guessing. Even by the hot sauce scene, you're still guessing on why.
So, I don't know how to say his last name.
Leslie Odom Jr.
Odom. I kept wanting to say Autumn, and that kind of brings me back to my dumbass brain. I fucking loved him in this character.
It was a pretty good character. All the characters were good.
So, Angela Lansbury did this before she passed away. She's one of the people playing Among Us with Blanc at the beginning. And from what I understand, for a very long time, Rian Johnson was breaking down and explaining the game to her. And she was very patient, very understanding. And then after a while, stopped him and went, just write the lines. I'll trust that you're telling me the truth. Which I love.
And then just the fact that he's sitting in the bath going, I just don't understand this guy.
Yeah.
He does a very good
Cajun accent.
Or
crawl. Something like that.
Yeah.
I loved Hugh Grant being his boyfriend or husband. I'm not sure which.
Husband.
Husband?
It is confirmed.
Okay. Oh, it was Irving?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I loved that. And I love that because it takes place during COVID that he's making fucking sourdough. I fucking hit the roof. I was like, he's fucking making sourdough!
And then I'm excited to see Hugh Grant in the D&D movie later on this year.
Yeah, that's going to be fun. I'm liking this resurgence of Hugh Grant coming back and playing these fun characters. Ethan Hawke barely used in this movie.
Yeah.
I know that a lot of it was so they could get rid of the masks, but like it felt like such a small thing for Ethan Hawke. And so I'm like, will he come back in 3?
Open your mouth. Clink.
What is that? Loved it. Batista fucking killed it. What did you think? Like, at any point, did you think the guy that was living there? How often? Like, because there was points where I was like, maybe,
but
and then there was points where I'm like, no. Your uncle's like, I think. Quite often, he's like, I think.
When you enter his room, two things. One, his room looked lived in. That was the only reason why I'd be like, why would he ruin that? Mm-hmm. And the second one was, what would his tie have already been?
Yeah.
He made it was literally a throwaway from, what is his character? What is his character's name?
Which one? Norton?
Norton's.
Miles.
Miles
Braun.
When he said, don't mind him, I mean, he's just spending a couple nights. As soon as he did that, I threw him out immediately. Threw him out immediately because I was like, why? Why would he, number one, mention him? It's a red herring. It's a massive red herring.
So you know what this is? This is the Great Gatsby if Gatsby was a dick.
Sure.
Because Gatsby even has the thing where the guy's living in his house.
You're right.
He invites everyone over for these extravagant parties, yada, yada, yada. It's Great Gatsby if he was an asshole rather than a good person. Great Gatsby, the good person, gets killed in his fucking pool.
Would you say a modern age Great Gatsby?
No, it's I mean, sure, it's
future.
modern age, but it's a majority like if Gatsby had been a bad person versus a good person.
Fair enough. Well, an adequate person that wanted to push ahead a still in testing.
Okay, really quick, severe spoilers. He's a bad person. He
He's
fucking murdered someone and tried to murder someone else.
That one,
And then murdered someone else.
Well, that one was just because she was like, "You need to slow it down."
He murdered 2 people. 2.
Who was the second one? Oh, that okay.
He did.
Before then,
He had murdered 1.
he had murdered 1.
Which, he's a bad person.
He's a bad person.
Doesn't matter his reasoning. If it wasn't self-preservation...
Or defense.
Yeah. Or sorry, not self-preservation. Self-defense. Preservation is actually what he was doing. That makes him a bad person. Self-defense...
Okay.
Then he's a bad person.
Okay.
Or defending children. I feel like I'm willing to say people don't deserve to go to prison for killing pedophiles.
Yeah, fuck him.
Yeah.
Beat him up. But that's all the spoilers I'm willing to go
I loved
on.
it.
This was a great movie.
Phenomenal. So do you like it more than...
Knives Out, yes.
Really?
Yeah.
I think I like Knives Out more, although this one is funnier.
No, Knives Out was very claustrophobic to me.
Okay.
That's probably another reason why. Yeah.
I like Knives Out so much because it is like the traditional
Whodunit
murder mystery whodunit.
I'll
It's in the house with secret passages.
I will rewatch it then.
I mean, do what you want. For me personally, as a person who reads Agatha Christie and whatnot, like that one did a lot for me. The last thing I do want to say is another thing that killed me and Lauren and both when we were watching in the theaters, is when Kate Hudson's character is like, "Oh, that's really good," and he's like, "No, it's not. It's stupid."
Yeah, and then yeah, there's another scene shortly after that really got my side splitted. You stole that from me. Stupid.
Yeah.
And then the second movie I watched shortly after, I started actually doing some like strikes, and I was like, I need something.
I really want to see this.
Yeah. I'm not gonna spoil too much because Quincy wants to see it, but I will say I gave this one a 9 out of 10. Bullet Train, baby. Great casting. It's and the way I was selling it to him is, what if Guy Ritchie and John Woo made a very claustrophobic bullet train action movie?
Which sounds amazing to me.
Which is there's a lot of talky that is kind of nonsensical, but it really builds up character.
Yeah.
And you don't really get that in these very quick action-y type of movies, but everything's done in a bullet train, so how are you going to make it entertaining?
I kind of like this new thing we're getting. We got it with the Knives Out movies. We're getting it with this one where we're taking cliches almost and modernizing them. We've done the murder mystery in the mansion with secret passages. We've done the murder mystery on the island no one can get to. We've done the fucking you're stuck on the train with people. It's in almost every fucking Bond movie. There's constantly trains in Bond movies. Okay. Murder on the Orient, yada, yada, yada. We've done the shit on a train. Most Westerns were huge with it.
Yeah,
it got
310
outplayed. Yeah, well, 310 to Yuma is about getting to a train.
Getting to a train. But my point still stands. It uses a train.
Yeah, so it's been outdone. And we haven't touched it in 10 years, 20 years, because it's like, oh, you can't bring anything new to that. It's done. And someone else goes, nah, fuck that. I love that shit. I want to do that again.
Yeah.
I want to make the movie that I want to see. Is the best way to put it.
And it's, what did I watch recently? I like that movie. Actually, you know what I could do? And then they make Bullet Train.
Yeah. It's like when Quentin Tarantino talked about making of Reservoir Dogs. People were like, oh, it's this scene from this movie. You stole this guy's movie. He goes, I didn't steal the guy's movie. I stole the guy's scene. And him and the director have talked about it. And the director's like, I fucking love your movie. There's a scene in the movie that Tarantino watched. I don't remember the movie, but it's about a group of like jewel thieves, and they briefly meet up in a warehouse.
Snatch.
They briefly meet up in a warehouse as like their like meetup location after the robbery, and then the rest of the movie continues. Like there's more movie after that. It's like a 2-minute scene that they're at the warehouse, and Tarantino looked at that and went, "This could be so much more. I would love to see what all could play out in this warehouse because of a robbery gone wrong." I mean, and made an entire fucking movie about it.
I mean, the whole fake Richard Nixon mask has been in so many different movies as theft. What's the one where Keanu Reeves takes the gun and just starts
Point
shooting?
Break.
Point Break. Thank you. I knew you would get it.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm weird.
And then all the. I mean, they reused literally that entire scene in. Guess what? Hot Fuzz.
Hot Fuzz. You never pointed your gun up in the air, just unloaded and gone, ah! No, I've never done that.
But on a more serious note, like,
There's a Winchester above the bar because he's connected.
did you know dogs can't look up?
Can't they?
That's what Uncle Roy says. Moving on though. Bullet Train, great movie. Gave it a 9 out of 10. Put a little bit more of the minor spoilers in the Discord if you want to go check it out.
Yeah, I did not read your review because I was like, I don't want to know anything going in.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Great action scenes. Very minimal on story, but then again, don't go in expecting a novel of a story. Go in expecting nonsense.
I'm going in expecting crazy fun action on a train. Mm-hmm. And that's all I want from this movie. If it gives me more, then awesome. But that is my baseline.
And what would you give that baseline on a scale of 1 to 10?
Because that's what I'm going in for this film on. Because this is what this film has been advertising me as. That would be a 10.
Ooh.
Because I'm not going here looking for something else. If you show me a trailer for a movie that's supposed to be this emotional father-son fucking thing, and I go in and it's Weekend at Bernie's, it's going to be a 0. And I love Weekend at Bernie's. Weekend at Bernie's is a 10 fucking film. But Weekend at Bernie's is advertised as Weekend at Bernie's.
Fair enough.
And gives me all of what I want. You get what I'm saying?
Okay, but what if this gives you Weekend at Bernie's?
Then I'm a little pissed off because that's not what was sold to me. And
what if it gives you a little bit of Weekend at Bernie's?
But do I still get what was sold to me?
Yes.
Well, then that's great.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
The critics do not agree with you.
I know they don't.
54% rotten, 76 from the audience.
I would agree with the audience to a very specific point. I understand why it's a 76. I do not understand why it is a 54. I want to read me one of the negative on the critics, please.
Negative critic. Going to pickles. All right. It's not fatal that Lech and company have no evident goal other than to amuse audiences with 2 hours of spiffy nonsense, but there's a whiff of try-hard desperation behind the film's bravado. Scott Tobias, the reveal.
You are using too big of words, my guy.
I love when critics do that because it straight up says, I don't like the movie and I can't tell you why.
Bravado? Who out of this entire cast? Because even frickin' Brad Pitt was humbleized in this movie, in my opinion. The only one that I say was underplayed, and it's not much of a spoiler, but this guy.
Okay.
Very underplayed. I love him. He's a great guy, but he was very underplayed.
Rebecca Harrison of Sight and Sound, top critic. It's a shame that filmmakers didn't trust the spittle?
Spatial.
Spatial, thank you. Mm-hmm. That's how spatial is spelled? This is why I hate English. That doesn't make sense. Space has a C in it. And an E. That is stupid.
You have dyslexia, friend.
Tell me that doesn't make sense. To take the word space and go spatial and get rid of everything that makes those sounds. Like you're saying spatial. There's no fucking sound in there. It's stupid.
It's stupid, but it's how the English language worked, and I'm helping you.
I'm switching to French. Bonjour, comment allez-vous?
Bueno. On a more serious note, I got you.
No, I got the rest of it. Yeah, it's a shame that the filmmakers didn't trust the spatial and dramatic tension provided by the train journey and opted instead for seen it all before spectacle.
That's what I wanted, though.
That's what I wanted.
And it adds a little bit of Guy Ritchie in there, which is better.
Yeah, I like that's what I wanted from this. Like, what the fuck?
Bullet
Train certainly...
Wait a fucking minute. I think I know... Okay, I can actually kind of understand where they're coming from. Some people don't like Guy Ritchie movies. They just don't like Guy Ritchie movies.
Here's a good example. Jordy doesn't like him. She says they're too fast-paced for her. Which is weird, though, because she loves his Sherlock Holmes movies.
Okay.
And those are still very fast.
Discombobulate. But they are very fast-paced, but they're a little slower compared to...
I think it's the dialogue. It's really fast-paced.
Yeah.
And then you have the accents. And I think it loses her.
Dags?
You waited till I was taking a sip.
Yep. But, okay. this one kind of mellows it out with the accents. I think Jordy would like this. But on a more serious note, Guy Ritchie movies aren't for everyone. I get it. Snatch is one of my top 5. Would I recommend it to everyone? No. Why? It's crunchy, and that's the best way of putting it. I'm trying to find.
No, I'm not laughing about that.
Okay.
I'm getting ready to piss you off more.
Okay.
Shirley Lee, The Atlantic. Bullet Train certainly serves the Brad Pitt brand, but is too weak to deliver him to a new destination. First of all, stop with your fucking train puns. Second of all, too weak to deliver him to a new destination. The dude is worth $300 million. What destination does he need to hit?
I mean, he did Mr. and Mrs. Smith, which has to be one of the campiest, corniest movies I've ever seen from him.
I love that movie.
I don't mind it. Like, what if you said we're watching that tonight, I'd be like, sure. I have no problem with that movie.
It's a good movie.
To me, it's an okay movie. Would I throw it in my top 20? No.
I just don't understand. It doesn't deliver. Like the fucking comment of it, but it's too weak to deliver him to a new destination. What destination is he trying to hit? He's in one of the most successful franchises of all time with the Ocean's films.
Yeah.
He's best friends with George Clooney.
Did he mess up his nose?
He might have.
Sorry, didn't mean to cut you off.
He's worth $300 million. He has several children already. The dude is just doing shit he enjoys.
Yeah.
Like, why does it have to be elevating him to a new level? What's the new level to hit?
And from what I understand, he had very minor help from the stunt double.
Nice.
I think the only thing that was major help was a very particular scene that I'm not going to spoil here. Sorry, I was about to before I went. Ugh!
Also, he has 2 Oscars.
Does he now?
Yeah.
Oh. But yeah, Bullet Train, good movie, 9 out of 10. Skadoop.
Yeah, Best Picture and Best Supporting Actor Best Picture. Oh wait, sorry, that's the wrong thing. Oh no, Academy Awards.
And then
Best Picture.
one.
So yeah, okay. So he was part of 12 Years a Slave, which won for Best Picture. So Best Supporting Actor.
Once Upon
a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah.
He's also got British Academy Film Awards, Golden Globe Awards, Primetime Emmy Awards, and Screen Actors Guild Awards. Like, the dude's... What are you going to deliver him to? He's already hit the thing that everyone sits there and holds at fucking high levels that in reality is just fucking bot anyways.
Yeah.
Speaking of awards, for some reason on the Nickelback account, Hugh Jackman made a video on TikTok.
Wait.
I can't answer it.
You hit me with... Okay, on the Nickelback TikTok account,
yes,
Hugh Jackman did something.
Yes.
You're going to have to show me later on.
So he made a video talking about Spirited.
The
Apple TV Plus movie.
Okay.
It says how great Octavia is in it, how great Will is in it, how great the fucking song is, yada, 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 how great the people that wrote the music are because they're people that he worked with on The Greatest Showman.
Okay.
And how now it's been announced that the performance of that song has been nominated for an Oscar by the Academy, but Ryan Reynolds is the one that performs the song. He goes, for my sake, for the next year of my life, he cannot win this because he will hold it over me for a fucking year that we're working together on Deadpool 3. Cannot. He cannot win this. He will not leave me alone.
It needs to be a joint. It needs to be an accoladed. Or not accoladed, a accompanying. It needs to give him the accompaniment.
I mean, he was not in it. This is purely Ryan singing it.
Yeah, I know.
So, a game dropped on
Switch.
This feels kind of up my alley a little bit because I do like the tower defense. Kind of loses me a little bit at the third person. It's the HD release of an older game. I kind of wish they had just cleaned up the textures a little bit more than they did, for the environment.
Yeah, it looks a little rough and tumble, but it still looks fun. I mean, hell, I would go back and play freaking Command & Conquer Red Alert 2, for Christ's sake. That's an old-ass looking game, but...
So we're talking Toy Soldiers HD, which is sitting at $30 on the Nintendo site.
Yeah. Go check it out if you happen to like tower defense with a little bit of army men.
So you know what tower defense game I absolutely love?
Balloons.
Yes.
Yeah.
Guess what I found out is available through Apple Arcade?
Balloons 5? Tower defense 5?
Balloons 6.
Wow, look at you.
Completely the whole thing. and I was like, oh fuck yeah, and I have spent way too much time playing.
Well, thanks
Until
to
The
our
Witcher.
Yeah, I was about to say now that our race is out. But, oh boy. So over here on the good old Humble Bundle, the new month has passed, and now it is the new Humble Choice for the month. The kicker right off the bat, Doom Eternal for $12. Whew, that's already a great and amazing deal. I love Doom Eternal. I beat it. It's a great game. Quincy's still a little bit behind on it, but
I'll get there eventually.
Yeah, but you said you liked it, correct?
Yeah, I've enjoyed it. I got stuck a few times, and that kind of pissed me off, and that's more about my skill as a player, I guess, than it is so much the game.
There's a few new mechanics that are a little rough and tumble, but easy to get a hold of.
Yeah, like I breezed through the first Doom. So the fact that this one's giving me trouble because kind of like.
And you're also playing on Ultraviolet?
I don't remember.
Oh, I played it on Ultraviolet. There are some games I can play on hard, some others I can't.
I'm playing The Witcher on a harder difficulty than everyone else.
I started off and it hurt me. I had to bump down.
After last night, I put you in the lead on deaths because I died a lot last night.
Really?
Yeah, you're the one to die the least so far.
Really?
Yeah, well, I can't check Sock's stats because she's PC, but according to Xbox stats, you've died the least.
Oh.
But I died a lot.
Yeah, because I the only problem I had with the harder difficulty was healing.
You know what's weird is I was dying from stupid shit like drowns and whatnot. I only died once during the fucking boss battle that I was like nuts and a vice on.
Yeah, no,
and that was just because I was still getting the feel for the battle and I died, and so then when I restarted the battle, I had the feel and made it through the whole thing. Barely, but made it through.
No, I even got the frickin' perk that allows the food to last 20 minutes, and I was like, this is still doing.
I just got that one.
Yeah, that was doing nothing for me.
I helped James on his healing. He was having troubles with healing. I was like, take a swallow, then eat food. That really boosts how quickly you heal.
Okay, I'll start making those then. But back over here, Doom Eternal, Tribes of Midgard. I brought up a little trailer of it. They have a little roadmap of what they're going to be doing. Every season is going to be new areas. Up to 10 players can play on this nice little game. They have 2 classes, and you can unlock 6 more throughout the rest of the game, with every season releasing one new free class. Stats will always stick with you. Everything will begin to kind of go along with you. So if you're like level, I don't know how levels are really working, but let's say you're level 20, I'm level 15, it'll stick to your general range. But it'll be a little bit harder for me, but it won't be blistering. It won't be level 20 stuff. Skadoop. Encased. This one is a turn-based, a little wastelandish. There is a few little Fallout nods in it. It seems interesting, but I don't know if it's my style. I saw the combat and I was a little dissuaded. It feels XCOM-y. Just not. It feels weird, but I've been persuaded to play games like that before. Ollie Ollie World. I liked this little trailer. It was a very bubbly, nice trailer that kind of says, hey, this game doesn't take itself seriously, and it's not a rough game. Just go. Have fun. And there are as many area, they said that this one's their biggest Ollie Ollie yet. Skadoop. Grow, Song of the Evertree. This one, I don't rightly know what to go with it. It says create your own worlds using the seeds of the future, ancient knowledges. It seems like it's a puzzle platformer. This one, I don't know. It feels good, but there's a better one coming up. Not yet, though. Conan, Chop Chop. This one feels like Castle Crashers and Binding of Isaac had a strange coupling and said, hey, also 1 to 4 player multiplayer. Enjoy. It looks like a fun time. Less Conan, but more Castle Crashers. Now this one, Hoko Life. It's a little Animal Crossing. Almost to its, like, T. Yeah. There it is. It has little stuffed animal-looking creatures. You can build an entire village. You can literally edit everything. Yeah. Socks is in the chat gushing about how she was looking at a few of these on her wish list, so she might be leaning toward getting at least a Humble Bundle Monthly for a month.
Say that 5 times fast.
Humble Bundle Monthly for a month. Humble Bundle Monthly for a month. But this does look like it's a little bit of a good time if you're into Animal Crossing. And last but not least,
I find it interesting how long it took for the Animal Crossing clones to start happening.
oh, they've been a long while. It's just now they're getting more popular because they realized, oh, that's what people who just want to close off the world wants to play. So, I mean, it just became more. The Serpent Rogue. This one's an interesting action game that allows you to be a witch doctor that is curing things, but also changing oneself or others into creatures, or something that allows you to survive in certain climates, conditions, or otherwise. There's a lot of different takes on this game, and they say everyone's play style is going to be vastly different. And it's a sandbox area, which I enjoy big areas to explore. But all of these for $12. Go ahead and check down the link down in the description. This month's charity, not the one that we have chosen, but the one that you can possibly choose is the Prevent Cancer Foundation. That one's pretty straightforward. Lets you know that it's helping to prevent cancer all over the world. Helping detect it and also just get it prevented, as well as get it out of people's bodies. Very recently, I had a friend on Twitter recently say I am cancer-free for the 4th time.
Holy shit.
For the 4th time.
Dear Lord.
But this charity probably helped in one very small, insignificant way or another, helped bump something that helped them. And I can't love that one more. But, of course, the one that I always choose is Project Water. Because I like getting water all over the place. Water good. Water drink.
Is it wet?
So I did a deep dive in my mind about the is water wet thing. I'm not going into it here.
Okay.
I won't go into it here.
Okay.
Because I will go on a tangent.
It's wet.
It is not wet. It is the basis of which is the inside of whatever it is being contained in is wet. It itself cannot be wet because it cannot be labeled as wet.
Okay, but by that knowledge, then technically something is not wet when it's full because the water is all one piece and not leaving any residue. It is technically not wet until the water has been poured out and there's leftovers. If you're going to sit there and try to say something along those lines.
No, the package itself is wet.
How?
It is because the water is on it. It is making it wet.
But it's not. At this point, the water is
one
item.
So what you're telling me is, if I pour water on your pants are no longer wet.
So you're wet on the inside?
Yes.
Okay. No, my pants are wet. If you pour water on it, my pants are wet. The water is no longer...
I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this, Quincy. I will hurt you.
Is gasoline wet?
Technically, yes.
So gasoline is wet, but water's not?
Well, if gasoline is inside of a tubing, or if it's on your hand is wet from gasoline. It is the act of being wet.
Is milk wet?
If it is in your hand and it rolls off your hand is then wet from the milk.
I'm not asking about the hand, I'm asking about the milk.
Okay. It is, if it is in a container, the container is wet from the milk.
See, now you're talking about the container. Is the milk wet?
Itself, no.
Okay. I don't agree.
I just wanted to talk about a nice little thing. Company. God, that hurt my head. A nice little company that does tea called D&T. They have infuser thermoses that you can put your tea inside of. Pop it on the inside. Give it a nice little soft shake. Keeps it nice and cool for, I believe it said 8 hours. But they are very nerd. They are super nerd. And you can get it in any of your class or DM.
There was an issue with dinner, so we need to make a new decision.
Top's fine by me.
Okay.
But yeah, they even have one for the DM. They have pretty nice looking other teas. Let me go to the shop real quick. $15 a pop for Shadowfell Slumber, Palace Elixir, Underdark and Chill, Tavern Brawl, Elven Bazaar, Forest Frolic, and the Rotating Mystery Tea, which I guess is one of their nice, interesting ones that comes and goes. You get a nice little sampler kit for $12.75 a month. You know, go check them out.
Do you know why the mystery flavor in Dum Dums is mystery?
Because it's the Misfits, right?
No, it's what they're used. So after they make a flavor, they have to clean the machine by
Oh, it's
pushing
the
like
cleanings.
a plain one through. And so like that, like it's the what is it gonna taste like? We're pushing this last little bit out of the machine.
Oh. But I do like their little things. That gives the benefits of a short rest because it's non-caffeinated, or reduce your exhaustion level because it's green tea. It helps relax. Where's the plus one? Plus one sleight of hand for the Elven Bazaar because it's a chai tea, spicy chai. So they
Lauren would like that. She's big on chai. She even likes it with cream.
I do as well. Underdark and Chill is a dark Earl Grey. I want to try Tavern Brawl, chocolate and coconut black tea, and then the Forest Frolic is the mango and pineapple green tea. That's another one I would definitely try. I would try that one cold as fuck though. But yeah, go check them out. Scoop. So originally I was a little Jim Bob Rustled, but then I eased myself after seeing the full picture. And this is a PlayStation 5 controller that is accessible. And
it's an accessibility,
accessibility, able gamer, special effects. There's a lot of
special effect.
Yeah, special effect.
I've never heard that term before like that.
It's,
like used like that.
It's a charity that helps those in hospitals.
I have a conversation for you about charity when we're done with this.
Okie dokie.
It's not a person or a stripper or anything. We're talking charities.
Okay, cool. Through conversations with accessibility experts and incredible organizations like Able Gamers, Special Effect, and Stack Up, we've designed a highly configurable controller that works in tandem with many third-party accessibility accessories and integrates with the PS5 console to open up new ways of gaming. And it is built to address common challenges because in my mind, I hold a controller, I can figure out the buttons, and it becomes mapped into my mind. But let's say you handed me a PlayStation controller. That becomes a little bit more rough. And then you hand me a Switch Pro controller, where the X and Y are flipped. So, of course, that causes...
I want to play a game.
Okay.
What controller am I holding?
Switch nunchucks?
Nope.
That small?
Yeah.
Game & Watch?
No. Well, basically, NES.
Okay, NES.
Add a little bit more. Super NES.
So, yes.
You're doing it backwards.
Backwards?
Yeah.
You can't hold it. You cannot hold it.
You can hold it the other way, but you wouldn't.
NES or N64.
N64.
Okay, N64 is like.
Oh, we gotta stretch.
Oh, stretch.
Well, no, because the A and B are on the right side, which were mostly used. The joysticks in the middle. So
you're right. You're right.
Unless you're gonna hold it like that, but that feels.
It's a cantankerous thing that no one liked.
Do you know which one I can't remember? Wait, I remember the
GameCube was this.
GameCube.
It pulled your wrists back.
Duke, or was Duke?
Duke was modernized, but it was wide. Yeah, it had the big fuck off $half sized mark in the middle.
Okay. Asteroids.
Oh.
The rollerball.
I have flat palm it, so that's why I would have never.
Flat palm it. Yeah, I can see that. You've heard the story about one of the first times Kevin Smith met Jason Mewes, right? At the rec center.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
And he's like blowing all of the joysticks, but then he gets to the asteroid machine, and Kevin's like, "What are you gonna do?" And he just starts going.
Those two are meant for each other.
Yep. Story of life, mates.
But now thinking about it, these aren't that bad. I was originally like, how is this accessible? But then I began to like go, actually these feel like they would be pretty good.
And I guess it even makes sense for someone that has one hand. If they like set it on something, they can put their hand on top and still work the joystick with the thumb.
And then,
and everything else is accessible.
Yeah, and it just took a moment, but
Did you do your stretch?
Huh?
Did you do your stretch?
I did, and I began to like think about it, and I said, this is not meant for me, but if I was given this controller, I would learn to use it, same as I would any other controller, same as I would for anything else. But this is not meant for me.
Yeah,
I need to not think about that. This is meant for those who will. I don't want to say need help, because as I said, I've got my ass kicked many a times. I told you about.
there's need a different setup.
Yes, they do a different way of beating my ass.
The weird thing to me about this versus like the controller that Xbox made, is that this is still two separate pieces.
Yes.
So a person with one hand would still have an issue in the fact that they have no D-pad if they're using the one with X, square, triangle. I'm sorry, cross, square, triangle, and circle.
Yeah.
But if they're using the one with the D-pad, then they lose. So it's an interesting thing that they made it two separate things.
And I mean, it's completely customizable. Each piece can pop off, and when it replaces it, automatically knows which one it's supposed to be, because they're mapping, and otherwise it just gets it. And then player profiles, all that.
Well, maybe they can set up to one then.
Yeah, set up to one, and then a controller.
Or they could set it up to. They do have just a one.
Yeah,
So maybe it's all about like how you set it up. I don't know. It's a very interesting design.
Yeah.
It has the E1 and E2 on it. That's cool. I personally, but it doesn't matter what I think, and it doesn't matter really anything with me, because this isn't meant for me. But I feel like the design for the Xbox One makes a little bit more sense, because it's more of it's a flat thing with everything on it.
Yeah. And it allows
it's not
them
two
to,
separate things.
Yeah, it allows you to conform like it would be for any other controller.
And it's also fully mappable.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that too. Any other things for gaming?
I don't think so.
Okay. But a lot of shoe news. Just gonna start off with a very interesting pair of Nike boots.
It's really interesting to me that Nike's even doing boots.
Yeah, I love the design of these. If they were in a more darker color, I'd probably lean for them. They look really nice to me. They're this very khaki colored brown with strange air pockets in the back. Personally, I would like a back boot holster, but that's just...
I think it's supposed to be ankle support.
Okay, I mean, either or.
To allow a bend, but not a snap.
Fair enough. Still would prefer a holster instead.
I don't know what you mean by a holster.
So...
You're talking like a gun holster?
No.
Okay.
No. So...
Because I'm just picturing a small pistol on your ankle now.
Sure.
Derringer.
Yeah, just a one-shot.
Yeah, the one-shot Derringer, with the little one that, like, Biff's ancestor, Mad Dog Tannen uses in Back to the Future 3, or the one that, like, the ladies at the brothels would use.
Okay.
Between their bosoms.
Yeah, okay. Sure. I mean, I meant more like a picket knife, or like something to this.
No, yeah, I get that.
Okay. Just something that is quick, small, easy, just
Gotcha.
to be able to conceal.
I think the main mentality of this is you're out hiking, not going into combat.
No, of course not. That's why I said more survival.
Yeah.
Like one that actually has like serrated blade, or like a Swiss Army knife.
Jet boots, gotcha.
Or jet boots. Yeah, why not? But yeah, I would like this in a more deeper color. $230 though. How do you feel about that?
That's high.
That is pretty high. They have already released. This was back on December 20th, but they didn't make. Thank you, Sneaker News, for this. But they didn't make the announcement until very recently. Yeah. Thank you, sir. But just wanted to make mention. So we were talking earlier about AI generated things, and I think we found where it needs to stop. This Jacques something or other, Jacques Muse.
Jacques Muse?
Yeah, but in short, it's a concept, and it's AI generated. It's got fuzz on the sides. It It doesn't look good. It looks like a fuzzy carpet decided to roll up and be on your foot.
This is if the 70s and janitors made a shoe together. Sorry, custodial workers?
Yeah, that's fine. Term? That's fine. It's just...
It's a sham wow meets shag carpeting.
It is a little sham... If it should be used like a sham wow, that would probably be a more industry-forward type of thinking. But at the same time, who the fuck would wear this?
Could you imagine you wear these out? It's a sunny, bright, beautiful day. Dry, crisp. And some fucker
drops water on your shoe and it soaks it up.
Exactly.
No. Sock says in chat, it looks like somebody wore a shoe to kick the shit out of Ted the Teddy Bear from that movie. Oh, Ted? The movie Ted? Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
It took me years to see that. I finally watched it. I was like, this ain't bad. And then when they came out with 2 and Mila Kunis was gone, I'm like, I ain't watching this shit.
She's a very interesting actress. Yeah. I like her. Skadoop. So, apparently, Nike did a Heineken 1.0, because this one's called Heineken 2.0. It's a very, very classic-looking shoe with a little Heineken star in the back and very, very deep green. But I ain't got no problem with it. It's a shoe that's very medial in its branding. It looks nice. Kind of bummed the box doesn't have any of the branding on it. But say la vie.
Should just look like a 6-pack.
Kinda, yeah. There was a glitch in our system where a 6-pack of Heineken was $1,100.
Dude, when I drank, I didn't like beer.
Yeah, I didn't like beer.
If I walked in and saw that, I would probably die from laughter.
Yeah.
On the spot.
Oh, yeah.
Because already the concept of beer, I'm like, no.
Me and Heineken did not get along. I don't mind the I don't mind the taste of it. It's just
I've never understood why it's the beer for Bond. Like why it's the beer that like they kept advertising with
Bond.
With Bond, they kept making these special James Bond, Daniel Craig advertisements for Heineken. I understand money.
Okay.
I don't understand why the Bond company, Eon Productions, and all that. I don't understand why they went. That's the drink. They should have been working with some fucking rice fucking.
Sapporo?
I'm trying to think. Use it at martinis.
Oh, vermouth.
Is that what a martini's made with?
Yeah. Well, 1/2 vermouth, 1/2. I mean, there's multiple ways to make martinis. There's dry martinis, hate martinis, wet martinis, angry
vodka.
Martini. Okay, vodka.
That's what I was looking for, because that's how you mostly do. That's how you do Vesper now. That you can't make it the way it used to be because the alcohol it was made with is no longer a thing.
That's correct.
So yeah, vodka. Like you would do a Vesper martini because it's named after it's from a Bond book. You know, like Mr. Shaken Not Stirred.
Oh, Vesper. Okay, I don't know what that is. So so it's vodka.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it would have been gin.
I think it's both.
Oh,
I could be wrong. I don't drink. It used to be something else that's no longer a thing.
I've only had one martini
when
in my life.
Fleming wrote it, he actually wrote the recipe.
Okay. Because, yeah, I've only ever had one martini in my life, and it was okay. It wasn't the best I've ever had, but I drank it.
So
now I drink fucking rum. Leave me alone. Quincy, have I ever told you I wanna make a rum?
No, but that tracks.
Does it?
Yeah.
Wow. Am I really that bad?
I'm not saying like in an alcoholic way.
Okay.
I'm saying in like the science behind it and it being interesting to you kind of way.
Okay.
I've heard you speak of rums before.
Okay. Do you know what I'd name it?
No.
The Broken Car.
Why?
Because I like
Okay, so ingredients are 3 ounces of gin, 1 ounce of vodka, 1/2 ounce Little Blanc, whatever the fuck that is.
Aperitif.
Okay, and garnish with a lemon twist, and you shake it, don't stir it. Now, the thing is the original gin I think that it used was a rice one that's no longer a thing.
Really?
I think. Because you got to remember that this fucking book was written in the 40s.
Yeah, and then Heineken, I guess, kind of climbed out because it's quick, simple, easy, something to unwind with. You can't just always have a fucking shaker of martini on tap. So Heineken might be the quicker, easier, more gentleman solution.
It's not even English.
Yeah, I know.
I think it's Dutch.
It is Dutch.
It's just so weird to me that it's always been the Bond beer, and I'm like,
Since what? I think even during oh, right. Was it for GoldenEye that they started it?
I don't know, but apparently they paid an estimated $45 million for the connection to Skyfall.
Okay, moving on. Good looking shoe, looks very fanciful. Branding on tap. Gotta go. The next couple. So I was talking to Quincy about this, and I said I don't think we've ever had this many year of the blank.
No, we definitely have them come in,
But not as many.
but not as many as this.
I guess you could say they're being like rabbits.
So that made it on my stream. Warning, if you haven't gotten there, when you're playing The Witcher, the first time you meet, what's her name? The witch.
The one that you're trying to find?
The one that's going to help you find Ciri? Or she's supposed to be helping you find Ciri?
Okay, I'm not there
Not
yet.
Yennefer. It's a different one.
Okay.
Be warned, you're going to go to her house. You're going to investigate her house. Like, you're going to see her in a cutscene, and she's going to go inside. You're going to go in the house, and you're going to investigate a few things. And a portal's going to open. You can go into that portal, and she's going to be like, I'm up here. Once you walk up to the top, you're going to see titties.
Okay.
Okay. Per the rules of Twitch, it is fine if we're not focusing on it, and if we're not making the scene all about it. It's only for a couple seconds, then she gets dressed, but you will see titties.
Fair enough.
I paused my stream so that didn't show up. Just trying to kind of mediate a little bit. Unpause the stream. Him and her are walking down the stairs, and it cuts over to two rabbits humping. And I went, motherfucker!
Well. Okay.
So when you said
That
they're like rabbits,
you were like, yeah, okay. But on a more serious note, yeah, a lot of Year of the Rabbit. Vans is doing a pretty interesting looking checkerboarded. I love these. These are great. They have black and white, red, black, white. The rabbits are black and white, but the checkerboard kind of floats with them. I like it. Looks good. Do we have a price tag? No price tag, but it will be... Hello?
Kiara.
$121, give or take.
A little pricey, this one. And just a warning, her base clothes are already very questionable. But,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Just, I don't know how you feel about your stream.
Fair enough. I mean, it's this channel, so yes, I will take more care of it.
I mean, you have to have it set to mature either way
Yeah.
when you're streaming The Witcher.
Yeah. Scoop. And two more from Nike.
Wabbit.
Yeah, we I hated that you can do that somewhat adequately. Two more.
Years of watching.
2 years. A couple more of the Year of the Rabbits. These ones not limited edition. No price tag, no release date, but soon. These ones are a little fuzzy, but I love the coloring of them. Like a deep mahogany brown with like a deep rooted red. I kind of like it.
You wear these, I'm totally tackling you and stealing one for good luck.
Nah, lucky rabbit's foot.
I'm just tackling you, punching you once in the gut, pulling the shoe off, and running away. I will need the luck to keep you from finding me after I punch you in the gut.
Fair enough.
No, they're kind of a nice looking shoe. I hate the box.
I kind of like it.
I hate it.
Okay. But no price tag, no date as said. Let's go see if the other one does. Skadoop. This one is a little more fun, playground Chucky-ish.
That swoosh is going to get so fucking dirty.
Yeah, it is. It's a very fuzzy swoosh. A nice red, white, and blue with a little bit of cream in the middle.
Think about it. Anytime you rub against something by mistake,
It just gets that little tuft all dirty.
fuck yeah, and it's
Yeah.
going to wear down.
I don't fuck with that. I think these are for like the real collectors.
Yeah, I really like the gold thing they did for 2023. That too, but the one that's laced into the shoe.
Oh,
that I really do like that. That looks really nice.
And then I believe this is
The symbol.
Chinese for rabbit.
I really like that. Do you feel weird? I don't mean to get a little political here, but do you feel weird that we're still making such a big deal out of the Chinese New Year when we're considering kind of how China is right now and how people feel about them? I mean, I guess you're still you're supporting the people who aren't there also, but still believe in this stuff.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's just an interesting thought.
Neutral. But both of those had no price tag and are set to release later on this year. We watched a trailer for Evil Dead Rise. I'm excited for this movie.
I think it's gonna be great.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be fantastic.
The teaser was really good. The teaser was just the peephole scene. Huh? So if you didn't see the teaser before watching this, it was just the peephole scene.
Oh,
not with the moment where like the door pushes open either. Just right up to like the
smile.
You don't look so good, and then the turn and the smile, and that's what the teaser cut off. And the guy was like, "It'll be out tomorrow." I was like, "The fuck do you mean tomorrow?"
So yeah, he watched it for the first time. This is my third time watching this trailer. It's a good looking trailer. Very gory. It is red band, so go in expecting a lot of blood or awkward things.
What's your favorite of the Evil Dead franchise?
Army of Darkness. Okay. No, original.
Evil Dead 2.
Evil Dead 2?
Yeah. Army of Darkness is great, don't get me wrong. I love Evil Dead 2. The show was really good. I didn't finish it, so I don't feel like I can put it on the scale.
I watched 2 episodes of the show, so I feel bad for not watching it. Mm-hmm. It's just other things came out.
So first of all, Lucy Lawless is in it.
Yes.
Yeah, total crush on Lucy Lawless. Always have.
Xena? Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah. But also, I think it might be a character playing Ash's dad, based off of what I've seen. The $1 Million Man.
Ted DiBiase?
Not that $1 Million Man.
Oh.
The
Oh.
Wrong $1 Million Man. My bad.
Yeah, okay, it's fine. There's only $1 Million Man in my household.
To be fair, the other one was around first.
I mean, I don't know about that one. I've heard of him. I just didn't know of him.
Sorry, it's $6 Million Man. My bad.
Okay.
That's my fuck up. $6 Million Man. So yeah, it's Lee Majors.
Okay. Yeah, my mom would probably like that, but me no. But Evil Dead Rise doesn't seem like it seems very loosely connected to the Evil Dead remake in 2016.
I don't know that it's necessarily connected to anything.
Well, it seems very. That's why I said loosely, because
like it's got the feel because it's modern.
It's got the feel because it's modern, but it also has the like the feel of how they got their hands on the Necronomicon.
But the Necronomicon is different. If this one has teeth.
I mean,
much like that fucking shitty book in Harry Potter.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, hopefully it has a little bit more connection, but then again, this feels okay.
Tell me the casting doesn't make sense though.
It does. But Evil Dead Rise definitely does feel like a league of its own, and I'm excited to watch it.
Yeah.
But speaking of things of its own, I double clicked. I'm sorry.
That was very good fake motion though.
Yeah. Skadoosh. Another trailer. Thank you, IGN Movie Trailers, for this one. Legions.
It feels Evil Dead-like.
It feels Evil Dead-like, but at the same time, this has a lot of macabre from another. Like, it brings in spiritual essences from other religions, because you don't get that this is an American-made movie, which, great, good, I love it.
Is it?
And that's Legion, not Legions.
Yeah, I fucking typed it in. I typed in Legions.
Yeah.
But is it American made? Because it's not in English.
No, that's what I mean. Is that it doesn't feel it, and it
okay, that's what you were saying.
Yeah, I like this. I like this trailer. Go and check it out if you're into a little kookiness. There's a little bit of odd off the wall, but it does put a staple on. What if Constantine grew old and no one believed him? That's kind of what I got off this.
I can see that.
But I like it. I'm into it.
Okay, so I found it on IMDb. For some reason, it says 2022. It probably did like a circuit at like It probably did like a
closed.
No, what's the word? Film festival circuit. Probably did something like that. I'm trying to figure out. What language? What country?
Latin American horror.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's a form of Spanish.
Oh, Argentina.
Argentine. Okay, there we go.
Argentinian. Oh, and it came out December 1st.
Yeah.
So in their short production.
Yeah. So it says right there
in Argentina.
But yeah.
This feels like it had a bit of a.
It actually also did a showing back in November. So these are like the film festival type of runnings and whatnot.
Okay.
So it'll be interesting to see once it actually hits a little bit.
Yeah.
It gets like
I want to know where it's going to hit.
Yeah.
But this trailer just dropped today, so I'm excited to see where it's going to pop up. Skadoosh. So one of my favorite wrestlers in the world wrestled yesterday.
Could it be Aussie?
Probably, I don't know. But on a more serious note, Wrestle Kingdom 17 happened, and I'm just going to kind of gush over wrestling for a minute. This whole entire thing was great. Sasha Banks rolled over to Wrestle Kingdom. We could possibly see her tonight. How do you feel about that?
I'm fine with it, but I'd rather focus on Mandalorian. She's in season 2.
That's right. I'm not caught up with that either. I was
I'm kind of excited to see her acting career do well. You know, like, don't get me wrong, still do wrestling, don't give up on what you love, but if you're also enjoying this, like, go for it.
Oh shit, have you seen her hair in this? In Wrestle Kingdom?
No.
No,
I love that she can totally get away with using it as a, you're in the search for.
Yep.
Okay.
Mercedes Monet. Yeah, that's a bit of her hair, but I can't get the fullness of it.
If you were to stop freaking scrolling like a crazy person, you could probably find one that's actually linked at her. That's normally how these searches work.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, go back up. Okay. So that's Bailey's.
Yeah. Well, if it's no, it's not. Oh well, that's Bailey.
Yeah, I'm saying like that's Bailey's. That's connected.
I just want one image. That's all I want.
Weird.
Well, here it is.
Okay, that's wild.
That is wild. First thing when I saw it from the side, I said, "Are you going to take me to Flavortown?"
Be nice.
I was. She did a really interesting spot against. I think it was Carrie.
Wait. Scroll up.
Up.
That's an FTR jacket.
Yep, that's on Bailey.
Why is Bailey wearing an FTR jacket?
I'm excited for tonight, man.
You think Bailey's gonna show up?
I think Bailey and Mercedes is.
Because they were the two that walked out because they were like, "Fuck this shit."
No, that was Sasha and I forget her name. Fucking long hair, can literally go to her ankle.
Yeah, the one that can use it as a weapon, right?
Yeah, and literally left a lash on Mercedes. I'm gonna call her by her new stage name. Left a mark on Mercedes's midsection, and like it was an actual. But I am very excited that women's wrestling is starting to pop off. Like, Naomi. Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. It was gonna bother me.
Oh, there. Take me to Flavortown. Very fanciful hair.
Oh man, she can kick our ass.
Huh?
I said, I don't know, man. She can kick our ass.
She can kick our ass. That's fine. Whatever. I've deserved hell in my life, and if I have to, yeah. Here's her finisher.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Okay, so Mercedes is her actual name.
Yes. And her versus Carrie for the Battle of the Valley coming in a month and a half at Battle in the Valley pay-per-view IWGP, which means that we could possibly see her tonight on Dynamite.
I saw something about Will Ospreay in the news.
Yeah, Will Ospreay versus Kenny Omega.
Wait, it's happening again?
No, it happened yesterday.
Oh, they fought again over it in New Japan Pro.
Yep. And spoilers, Kennard won. He swept. Amazing match. They say 6 stars, which I only watched the first quarter of before I started getting drowsy. Went to bed.
So this is what bothers me. Will's talking a lot of WWE stuff lately.
I think Will likes shaking up, but I don't think he's gonna abuse the system. I think he's gonna try and unite the systems at worst. At best, he's gonna stay IGWP because that is who took care of him.
Well, of course, I don't think he's gonna leave. I don't think he's gonna leave New Japan Pro.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, I'm not looking forward to.
Messed up the spot. But...
Yeah. I'm not looking forward to him working in WWE. I just don't understand it. I don't think it's a good thing. P.S. He says his thoughts on Triple H and wonders what doors could actually be open. And there's also talks of him against Seth, of all fucking people.
I mean, Seth is a pretty okay wrestler.
I'm not saying he's not. I'm saying the energy doesn't match.
Sure.
Will has to fight people like Kenny.
Yeah. Oh God, yes. Unless Seth can really bump himself up. Same thing for Shinsuke Nakamura. Shinsuke Nakamura is an amazing wrestler. They are not doing shit with him over at WWE.
No.
NXT fucked him over. Finn Balor fucked him over until he went back to NXT. Everyone who's on NXT is giving their 130%. Then you roll over to main shows. Guess what? You're giving 45% and you're getting paid 10 times more. What the fuck?
No.
But then you look over at NJWP or NJPW or IGWP, and you're like, ooh, even the women are getting fucking physical. You are watching 5-star matches across the board. Wrestle Kingdom 17, I've heard it was the best. And I'm like, okay. Also,
oh, hey Piper, you jumped in right at the end.
yeah. But I just wanted to kind of gush about wrestling for 7 minutes and some odd change. But I am very excited for tonight in wrestling. Another little interesting thing on Twitter, Danhausen, one of our mutual favorite wrestlers, decided to say, I'm one of the top earners because they're buying my merch, but I only have 30 minutes of screen time? No more. You are going to see Danhausen. You're going to see Danhausen at his worst. And I'm like, okay. Oh, and I might as well. Hey, Socks, go ahead and throw our socials out there as well, because Socks added some new. What do they call them? Commands. Because I know words. Yeah, look at that. Oh.
I'm just telling them about the challenge.
Oh. Technology. Yeah.
That's why it's not working. Okay.
Yeah.
I missed a letter.
Nope. But whatever. It's fine. He's going to read the chat anyway.
No, it worked. Oh, on mine it's a different color.
Huh. But, wrestling. Good time. Good time all around. Hopefully WWE doesn't fuck
Because I
it
put
up.
an extra E in.
Oh boy. And then last but not least, over in Long Beach.
Well, no, he was the mayor of Long Beach.
Was the mayor of Long Beach.
He has now been sworn in to... he's becoming a U.S. congressman.
Oh, okay.
He's sworn to become a U.S. congressman.
Okay. So, funny thing, I don't want to call it a funny thing, it's more of an interesting thing that when you're being sworn in, you don't have to do it on a Christian Bible. You don't have to do it on a Lutheran Bible. You don't have to do it on a Bible.
You do it on something you believe in that's supposed to represent your values, essentially.
And the Library of Congress is a huge archive, all slabbed and boarded as best as they can. Comics, books, newspapers, everything. Every newspaper that is ever printed in every state, in every major city, not all the minor ones, are being transported there.
Is that true? Is that true?
Anything that is major in either politics, story news, disasters, or...
I thought Library of Congress is supposed to be about... cultural impact.
So when you anything said major,
because you were saying every single one,
everything that is major, but having comic books be a part of it is kind of interesting
because they got a cultural impact.
Yeah, and to swear yourself in on the cultural beliefs of Superman, that's an amazing statement. And to run for Congress and have yourself sworn in on a number one of Superman. That's fucking cool.
Yeah, this comic is valued.
Yeah, to put your hand on that thing. You probably put your hand on the board, but I mean...
It's probably in a bag.
Oh, yeah, bag. Well, plated.
No, I think it was in a bag.
Oh, a bag?
I think it was in
really?
a bag. Yeah, there it is. It wasn't even in a bag.
Oh. But even still, to be able to swear yourself in with it that's a cool thing. Robert Garcia, you are an amazing gentleman.
$5 million.
$5
I knew I'd find it sooner or later.
But yeah, that was my finale. Anything else you want to ramble on about?
Nope, that's it.
Alrighty.
You're good.
Oh no, I enjoy the clicky clacky.
Oh.
I've been sensory deprived lately. I've been just playing Witcher and Destiny, so I haven't really had time to really fidget with anything. So sounds are kind of amplified to me. I don't know why. But that's all we got for today. Thank you guys for joining us. Remember to tell a friend, tell an enemy, tell a friend of me. Remember to like and subscribe where you can. Remember to check out the links down in the description for either Humble Bundle or Dubby, Quick Simple Energy, or Hydration.
You okay?
Yeah, brain doesn't work ever since you kind of rummaged through it earlier.
Go to the W website. Use code UglyMugs to save yourself and to support. Save yourself some money and support the show. They've got things for energy. They've got things for relaxation.
Hydration. Hydrangea.
I don't know where he's going from this point on, so I'll just go ahead and say check our social links. Check our Humble Bundle link. Find multiple ways to support the show. If you jump on to, for instance, my Twitter, while it's still there, there's a link tree. You can buy me a coffee.
Mine's still going to be there. Whether
I'm not taking the link tree down, and they made that against the rules. We'll see how long it lasts.
I think you retracted it.
Huh?
I think you retracted the rule.
Did he?
Yeah, I think so.
I haven't seen.
Because I think So, do you? So this is going to be a little fragrant, and I don't know if I can talk about it. Kind of, because OnlyFans, people who were using OnlyFans were using it as a social website as well, and they were like, "This is my livelihood you're taking away."
Mm-hmm. The whole reason he did it is because it was a way to list, because he's banned putting links to Instagram, Mastodon, things like that. And so the idea was, if you have a link tree, you can list all that stuff there, and then you're posting the link tree link, and that's why he did it.
Yeah.
And OnlyFans people and other people also were very upset about it.
That is correct.
It hurts anyone running any form of business
through Twitter.
with Twitter.
Yes.
Because, for instance, it affects us because we have multiple links. I have the Twitch link. I have the Buy Me a Coffee link. I have the Instagram links. I have the TikTok links. All those things are on my link tree. I'd have to post like 7 different fucking tweets.
Yeah, and that's not that you wouldn't want to. You would just want it all in one simple, quick, easy. But hey,
That work?
yeah, sure. But happy days all around, and remember, as always, after every single one of our casts, be kind to one another. I've been seeing it as of late, and I'm hoping to see more of it. 2023 is going to be a good year.
They all sucked. Have a good night, everyone.
Have a good night, everyone. A skadoosh.